Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Mucker671, going back up the river again. Had a bit of a break, lay down in the car. This is my next video, same day, but didn't want to make the video too long, you know, so yeah, we're going up the River Thames again, Chertsey. This is the Camping and Caravan Club, Chertsey Camping and Caravan, Chertsey Bridge over here. This is free fishing all the way down there. I've done videos of the free fishing here. Videos upstream as well. There's about a mile of fishing upstream there. Really nice. Lots of videos all over the River Thames, nearly 30 of them. So if you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe and notification bell. It's free to subscribe. It's just like adding me to your favourites, that's all. So I thought I'd better give it a go alongside these boats here. It's nice and deep underneath the boats. I've seen quite a few carp over the years here, so lost a couple but never landed one, so yeah, wish me luck, won't you, on this one. Yeah, so second part of the day. I've only got about 3 hours left, 2 and 3/4 hours, something like that, but if you saw my last vid, I didn't catch anything in that part. That was up here, I'll show you in a bit. Just up the river from me now in the actual weir pool. It's actually nice to get away from the weir and that noise, so let's see what we can do. So I've still got the same tactics, paste, excuse me, high oil trout pellet paste, so blended 3mm trout pellet, really finely blended. A little bit of method mixing, just a sprinkling, about 1/5. So a pint of trout pellet, and add about just about 1/5 of that amount, 1/5 of a pint of sort of sticky method mix, that type of thing. That way it helps the ball break down quite nicely. Otherwise you can sit there and the ball will be there all day, you know, so you do want it to sort of fall apart a little bit. And it's typical London. You can tell we're in London, can't you? It's just normal entertainment round here, I think. It's crazy. So that's Chertsey Bridge in front of me. Done videos down that end there, lots of videos, lots of fishing down below the bridge, a little bit above the bridge. You've got the fishing above me under the M3 motorway, I think it's the M3, just above the weir here. I've got another video of that, all in 4K, 60 frames a second, narrated videos of all, explaining all the sort of spots. Some nice classical music as well, other bits and pieces. It's got about 30 vids in total on the River Thames, and the itching, and I'm planning on sort of spreading my wings a bit, trying to find some more free fishing, you know. I know of a couple of spots on the Thames, but I'd like to find some more places around the country really to try and cover, you know, because they call the Thames south, but it's not really south, is it? I mean, I live sort of near Portsmouth area, that's south, you know, but yeah, what have we got there? Bit of braid or something. Yeah, that's weird. There's a bit of cotton around there. There we go. Something like that anyway. Right. So yes, second part of the day after having a lay down in the car. I'll explain to you again, like I said just now, where I was fishing before. Didn't have any luck, but I did on Wednesday, which was 2 days ago. I had wicked luck. That was rubbish. There we go. Yeah, I had terrible luck on Wednesday. I did a full length vid, like I said in the first half of this video. First part of this video, did a wicked day, but none of it came out. I had a dodgy wire on my, hold on, sorry. I had a dodgy wire on my GoPro, so none of the audio came out. It was just making screaming noises for 4 hours. Had a nice bream out of here. I say nice bream, it was ugly as hell. Blind. It looked like I had cataracts. Smelly old thing, but normally you catch barbel, do catch barbel up here and chub. Lots of bream, obviously. It's normally quite a productive spot if you can get to it up here. Very, very shallow. The last part of the video, the first part of the video I did, I was stood up in the water in the weir on the shallow bar. It's about 2 foot deep, something like that. So I stood there for about half an hour, which was nice, just being stood in the middle of the Thames. Of course, you don't get any boat traffic up here really, because it's a dead end. So if you are in a little boat and you want a bit of quiet, always pick a lock, because they've always got a weir near them if you can get to it. And make use of the weirs, you know, because you don't get the passing traffic, which is lovely. So you don't get a lot of mad people who are drunk on boats who don't have a clue either. Yeah. This is supposed to be the witching hour for the Thames, round between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning and in the afternoon as well. Morning, afternoon, same difference. It's always the same. You normally get the bites if it's fishing properly. You normally get the bites sort of in the afternoon for just a bit, and it drops off, and you just get the odd one here and there. There's the odd spot you can catch when the fish are there all day, but Walton on Thames is one when it's flooded. I'll go there any time in a flood and catch £100 a bream quite happily, £150 a bream quite happily, and literally we're talking closer in than under your rod tip. So I have to pull my rods right the way back and plop it in. It's 1.5 feet deep, 2 foot maximum, just under the tree at Walton, just below the bridge. It's a little bush actually. As long as it's flooded, you've got to make sure the waters are just over the bank, just an inch over the bank, you know, and you're going to do well there. It's fishy boilies, fishy like trout pellet boilies. Same method again. Bit of paste, high oil trout pellet paste, handmade obviously. Yeah, had some huge bags of bream at Walton. Had some huge bags of bream from here actually. Quite a few barbel. 2 chub I think. Just 2 chub from here I think. But I don't really fish for them that much, so. There's a parakeet. There's a red kite that's quite sort of local to this area. Seems to be around constantly, just sort of hovering around. So it's unusual to see in these busy areas. Quite tame, I'd imagine. Don't forget, if you like what you see, don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe and notification bell. It's free to subscribe. It's like adding me to your favourites, that's all. So nice and easy to do, and then it will let you know when I post another video, basically, you know. And of course you can add me, you can subscribe. If you subscribe to me, they call it subscribe. It's not really a subscription. To me, subscribe is like Netflix or Amazon. It's a thing you pay for, you know. But it should be just like add to favourites. So like favourite channel, simple. And people wouldn't be so worried about clicking that subscribe button, you know, and signing in with Google, that type of thing. So it just seems weird. Subscribe, what does that mean? That means you're going to get a bill at the end of the month. Why don't they just call it add to favourites, you know? Puts a lot of people off, I think. I've also got super thanks now, so there is a way of donating to the channel if you feel like you'd like to do that. I'm after chub and I'm after barbel and carp today. That's what I'm after. Barbel really, and a carp. That would be nice. Not big. 3 or 4 pound barbel would be nice. 4 pound carp would be nice, to be honest with you. They are getting a bit thin on the ground nowadays, so carp and barbel on the Thames. A lot have been taken out of the water, especially the carp. It's unbelievable the amount of carp that have been taken. It's destroyed the Thames. Did I say about where I was? Yeah, I have done, I think. But so this is Chertsey Bridge, Camping and Caravan Club. You got there. Hopefully you can see that okay. Let me take off my jobly. If you saw the video before, you've probably heard all of this before, but I do want to do it for everybody, for new people, that type of thing. So let's have a look. It's a lovely weir, gorgeous weir. I was stood right in the middle of the water, just over there. There's a big gravel sandbar right in the middle of the weir there. It's lovely. That's where I catch my barbel normally. You got the canoe pass, the steps and everything up there, and the lock and that type of thing. But yeah, oh, that's for sale. £24,500. Wow. Cool. I wish I had £24,500. I wish I had £24, let alone 24,000. Still got the bait on here. Beautiful. What a lovely day. Lost a clip to my flipper the other last time I was out, so not only did all my footage on my first trip here the other day in the belly boat, not only did none of my footage come out properly because of broken wire with the audio, but so I had to ditch all of that. But I felt really down yesterday after that. It pretty much ruined me for a day. So upset about it because I caught as well, so just gutted. But I lost a clip off the side, so I couldn't put the other flipper on when I got in. It's like, well, that doesn't help, does it? So I'll go around in circles now. I think we'll give it 10 minutes here. No, give it 15 minutes here. We'll give it 15 minutes just under this boat, and then I think we'll go for a little bit of faster water just for 20 minutes, and then we'll go down to that. Oh, in the first video, just over there's a big overhanging tree. I've dropped a load of fruity boilies underneath that earlier, like I don't know how many, quite a few. I don't normally do that very often, but it's a peachy spot to do it, so I might as well. Haven't fished it yet, but I want to go and pull up on that tree, just tie onto that tree and just drop a bait back in there and just sit it underneath that tree. It looks absolutely lovely. So could be a carp or a barbel or a nice chub underneath there, so that'll be my last spot before I head back, you know. So I'm going to do a little bit, probably spend what is it, say 4:30, 4:45 now, 6:15, 7:15. I'll probably spend 3/4 of an hour or so hanging around up the weir here. I'll go back up to the weir in a little bit, get up in that fast water and see if we can winkle something out, and then stop off there on the way home, you know, on the way back to the car. But ideally what I want is for that rod just to pull round. But I want it to pull round, and for me have to land it, put it in a net, take it to the what do they call it, the canoe pass, which is there where the steps are. Don't know if you can see that with the steps. So you can walk, when you get to the top of the lock or the bottom here, you can go up the steps or down the steps and right over the lock with your canoes, so you don't have to go through the lock, you know, you can pass by it. So I'll be doing either Shepperton Weir next, probably, if I don't get anything from here, which is looking quite likely. Wind's got me at the moment, it's blowing me back up the river. So yeah, I'm going to do Shepperton Weir next. I think it'll either be that or Layham, not sure. I might do Layham, not Layham, Sunbury. Oh, I could definitely do Sunbury Weir. Lovely spot that is. You have to for me to get there, there's two choices. One, I can go to Old Bathing Station car park. If you look that up, actually I've done a video on that in one of my many videos that I've done on the River Thames, you know, with all the decent access, free fishing, parking, and amazing access, some of it, and just free fishing everywhere. It's unbelievable. But anywhere below the Staines Bridge, so below Staines Bridge is where most of the free fishing starts. It's not all free, obviously, because there's private property in between, dispersed here and there, but there's lots and lots of miles of stretches that aren't. Walton, I've done three videos on Walton. Shepton Weir, like I say, I do that in real detail. Hampton Court, Aragon Avenue, I've done. Layham, Chertsey, God, you name it, I've done it at Runnymede. Oh, Blacksmith's Lane, that was nice, and there's another gorgeous one. My last free fishing video I did is the one I like the most out of all of them over the years. It's my favourite one. It's a beautiful spot. Yeah, check them out if you need to. If you need any ideas, you know, if you don't live around here, it's perfect. Just put in Mucker 671 into YouTube, and or click on my tile. It's got a picture of me holding a barbel like that. You'll see that little tile, or thumbnail, whatever you want to call it. Just click on that, take you to my channel, and you'll see a list near the top saying videos, uploads, or something, playlists, all sorts of other things like that. And just click on the playlists, and it will open it up with all the different playlists that I've sorted out for you. Like I said earlier, there's nearly 30 videos there. Free fishing and parking on the Thames, Itchin. Is there any other spots that's free? I don't really know. Not really. No, I am sort of going to be expanding on them. So I've found a few more that I'd like to go and check out. So I'll definitely be doing that as soon as I'm fit and able. But free fishing, you know, where do you get that? You don't get that very often, do you? And the rules are very what's the word? It's not very strict here, so there's not many rules really. Most important one is don't take the fish. Don't take the fish. Right? That's the main rule, is don't take the fish. And own a rod license. Be like everybody else, be fair, and just buy a rod license. It doesn't cost much. You get a lot of fun out of it, and if you don't take the fish, you'll still have fish in 10 years time, you know. Yeah, too much of that goes on the Thames. Also noisy planes. Said in my first video of this day about Camping and Caravan Club. I don't know if I've just said it, but Camping and Caravan Club there, you got swimming. There's about 3 swims that are available, 3 or 4. Chertsey Camping and Caravan Club. Nice pub on the corner. So you got the first swim right up there. You just sit the little sort of, what's the word? Can't remember what you call those things, but platform. Dodgy platform. You need to take a little rod pod or something there because it's very deep in front. It's too deep for long rod rests and things really. So you need something you can put in situ on the actual the spot that you're sat at, you know, or else you'll really struggle there. They've cleared it out because you never used to be able to cast at all there, but now they've cleared it right out, and it looks like there's a couple of spots there that they've done as well, which is quite nice. Also one at the end which is on the big concrete steps that go into the water. That looks quite nice. Well, it is nice, I've fished there before. Cast 2, you got the first pillar, not the one on the shore, but the first one that's in the water. The next one, so there's a white van going over the top of it now. That pillar there, about 25 to 30 yards up from it, this way, directly in line, that's where I catch my barbel. And I cast from the steps over there. But you have to use like a 3 or 4 ounce lead for that, and I haven't done that in a little while, so 4 ounce lead and give it a chuck, 2.5 pound test curve carp rods, 15 pound line on it. So it's quite a chuck, you know, but I haven't managed to be able to do that for a while, so I can't do that style of fishing anymore. But it's there if you want it. One of the nicest campsites there is. It's always busy, absolutely immaculate. Behave yourself if you do stay, because they're hot as hell with the management, hot as hell. So just be aware and behave if you're there. That's all I can say. That's the only advice I got, is behave. Also, you got, I've said this before in the last video, but I ought to say it again if you didn't see the first one. You've got the M3, I think it's the M3 above there, going the motorway above the weir. So you got the M3 there, and literally you can park under the bridge, fish back this way, fish up all the way up Layham. I mean, it goes on for God knows how long, half a mile, probably a mile of free fishing up there. Absolutely lovely, renowned for roach fishing. Lots and lots of roach. And certain times of the year, so beginning of the season's a bit meh, but the end of the season sort of September-ish, I suppose. End of August, September, October. Lots and lots of roach up that end. Just below the bridge here, there's a bend that goes around, a sweeping bend on the other side of on this bank. Excuse me, there's two spots that are free fishing and it's access parkland. You can park up there, I can't remember the names of them, but you can park up there. And there's amazing roach fishing up that end at certain times of the year as well, so you get a bigger, it's not so much about the amount, it's about the quality, you know. Much nicer quality roach up that end, very nice. So yeah, like I said, I've covered all that in the vids before, so I'm going to fall asleep if I'm not careful. Oh, it's lovely. Just got that. It's supposed to have been really hot today, and it's just nice that it's sort of 5:30ish now. The sun's going down just a little bit, so it's not quite as hot, and I'm hoping the wind's going to slow down, die down a bit as well. It'll be lovely. Shut my eyes, I'll be down at the tidal within a couple of days. Right, so I've been here a good half an hour, over half an hour now, I think, something like that. Casting just in front of the bow of that boat, or the stern of the other one there on the left. Not really had anything, any signs of any shape or anything at all, so maybe move around again, because I mean I've got time, still got a few days, so the more swims I can cover just to sort of maybe find them. I'm going to go up into the weir, get a bit hectic for a little bit for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go back to the spot that I've pre-baited with the boilies under that tree, and just going to tie up to a tree, drift back, plop a line in, sit back, fingers crossed we'll get a carp or a barbel, that'd be nice, or a chub. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick that there for now, and we're just going to go for a little motor up. I'll shoot a little bit of vid from the bow of my massive boat as we motor up there, make some nice video, and we'll find a nice fast spot, shall we? Yes, we will, mucker. Lovely. Right, here we go. Okay. Put a little bit of throttle on. There's my speed controller. That's what we use, forwards and backwards. Forwards is like this. It goes quite well for a little thing, really. It's obviously against the current as well, you know, so it's got about an 8-mile range on it in calm water on a lake, but in the sea, slightly different. You get about 5 to 6. Right, let's have a little look in front. See the white water there, what happens, it pushes you in underneath the boats that are moored on the opposite bank, and if you're in a small boat, it only takes one mistake and you're done for, so you've got to be a bit careful, you know. Right, so I'm reckoning I don't want to go any further than that, although I've got to drop my anchor, so let's do it. Let's go a little bit further to the edge of the flow. This isn't where I normally fish. In the other video, I show you I fish my favourite spots, but yeah. So I'm going to drop the anchor around about here, but we could end up in any direction. So let's see. Let's just drop it. There you go. It's nice and shallow. You can see the bottom. Maybe I should have gone up a little bit further, but we'll see how we sit. No, do you know, we're going to have to go up a bit further, I think. Pop this back on. Let's just see how we sit first. And we have hook bottom actually. That's quite handy. Right, you can see the bottom. Can you see the bottom there? Well, just about there. It's a lot deeper. It's like black. So let's see how it goes. Nice deep water in, sort of to the left of me. Anchor's sat really nicely. For the first time, no, second time of this full trip today, the anchor's actually sat in the right spot. So, here we go. Hang on. God, I'm professional, aren't I? Hey, cool. Someone ought to make a video of that. What's up with it? Oh, it's done that thing again. There we go. Right, am I still in a safe area? Just about. Right. You know where I'm going, don't you? Oh shoot, that didn't help. That did not help. We'll try that again. That was a shame. Let myself down there, didn't I? I've still only used one boilie today. The whole day out of this video and the one I've just done before this, when I went back to the car. Remembering to keep that thing, I keep saying it, but remember to try and keep the paste nice and streamlined. You want it streamlined where the hook is, up this end, and then you want it streamlined at this end when you put the paste on the weight, because the weight hits the water first, bosh. So you want it streamlined there so it doesn't snap the paste off with rough edges, and then this follows it in that way. So you need it to be streamlined at the top. Ouch, that hooked my nail. There we go. Same with that one, just double check. And the magic trick obviously is to dunk it. Cools the oils and the fats down in the paste, which makes it go rock hard before you cast it. Right, we're going to try again over there. Oh baby, there, just hit bottom. That, if I don't catch anything in there, well, yeah, no comment. I'll go back to sea fishing. Oh, that's another thing, my channel, I do a lot of belly boating. Didn't mention that in the first vid. I do a lot of belly boating in the harbours and at sea. I went out 7 miles out to sea and fished a lighthouse in the middle of nowhere with a couple of mates. They dropped me off. I had a hell of a day. My mate dived the actual lighthouse, so you get to see exactly scuba dived. You see the dive, you see the fish, you see all the metal and concrete and rubbish that's been thrown in over the years. Lovely video. 7 miles out from, I can't remember if it's the Isle of Wight or Hayling, and 5 miles out from either the Isle of Wight or Hayling, I can't remember which, but it's an amazing video. Abandoned at Sea, I think I called it, which I pretty much was. So let's see. So if you like that sort of thing, I do plenty of harbour fishing, lots with my mates. I've got 2 mates who are crazy, and we've known each other literally, well, I've known Pete since I was about, no, I don't know, 3, and Keith since very, very young. Friend of the family he was at the beginning. Now he's a paid friend, Keith, so he don't mind turning up sometimes as long as the money's right, but you know, the wind's got to be in the right direction because of his ears. Keith, But we go out and we rip each other, severely rip each other. I mean, you know, if you didn't know us, if you didn't know the person, you would think, well, you'd be arrested for some of the stuff that we get up to, you know. So Pete's got the boat that we used to part own, and he took it over. So we go out in that sometimes, deep sea fishing. I do a lot of harbour fishing in this, sea fishing in this. Still trying to catch my first flounder from Chichester Harbour. It's been 30 odd years, I suppose, since I've actually caught a flounder. 30 years since I caught one from there. Too much pollution, too many nitrates, and a hell of a lot of seals sort of turned up all at the same time. So the whole ecosystem's changed really in Chichester Harbour. It's full of bass, absolutely stuffed to the brim with bass. Blimey. So I do a lot there, but I do get together with my mates a lot. I post quite a few videos if you fancy a laugh. We just sit there and take the mickey out of each other most of the time really, you know. Been out in January, in freezing cold, give it a good test, all the clothing and stuff like that. I'll leave everything in this video, like I said before in the other video, all the links to everything that I'm sat on and using within reason. So if you need any info on that side of things, I answer every single message. 8,000 messages pretty much I think now I'm up to that I've answered in total. If you've got any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. I'm so surprised I haven't had any bites. I'm so surprised. Well, that's an old school canal boat there. Look, it's a working boat. Solid fuel, diesel, boat ancillaries, cards accepted. Thames Diesel Limited. There you go. If you want diesel, 07951481063. Thames Diesel Limited. Hey, that's pretty cool. Hard job that. Hard job. Especially when you're dealing with coal, sacks of coal, that type of thing. Very hard. They're the saviour of the canals and the rivers, you know. They really are. When you get locked in because of crappy weather in the winter, iced in, that type of thing, some of these boats, they will crack through the ice and they'll still get to you, you know. They'll do their damnedest. Alright, I'm going to give it another 5 minutes here. Like I said before, it's not really a problem on the Thames casting around, because the problem is, because there's very few, because the fish are sort of thin on the ground really, if you place bait there and all the fish are up there, they're not going to get to it, are they? So you're better off just sort of, for me, just me personally, putting it in little spots here and there and just sussing out where they might be, you know, because at the end of the day it's a big river and there isn't that many fish anymore, so compared to what it used to be like. So casting around to me isn't a problem, you know. And you normally get a fish, especially on this method, you normally get a fish fairly quickly if they're there. It's normally one cast, you're not throwing anything else in, you're not flicking bait in, you're not having to recast a feeder. All it is a one plop and you leave it. So there's a good chance you're not going to scare too much away, you know. So if there's a fish there, you should get it if it's hungry. I'm definitely going to move to the trees in a bit. I'm going to try that little spot under the trees. Never fished that spot. I've fished just below it before. I've never fished that spot though, so all we can do is try, innit? It might be where they all are. Don't forget, if you like what you see, hit the like button for us. It helps my channel tremendously, massively helps my channel. Subscribe if you want to see some more, just like adding me to your favourites. Okay, so I'm going to move in a minute. I'm going to pop on a PVA bag with these fruity boilies. Oh, lovely, smell really nice. Oh god, tutti fruity. God, I love that, I do. So I'm going to pop this on the hook and I'm going to go down towards the tree there and sit there quietly for about 3/4 of an hour to an hour, and then I think I'm going to make a move home. Well, back to base anyway, so yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to pop this on and see me in a second. Right, well, I've just had a call from my other half saying that the gate won't open in the campsite. It's the right number and everything, so I don't know what's going on there, so I might have to leave early, which is not a good thing, but she's just had someone turn up, so hopefully she can sneak her way in, you know. I just got a quick text, let's see, otherwise I've got to cut it short, and I don't want to do that. They've changed, aha! Thank God for that, eh? Whoa. Oh, so that's good. My other half got into the campsite in the end after that problem, but hey ho. Right, okay. So we're going to move down to the carpy bit. Carpy bit. I don't know why I said carpy bit. That was stupid. Sorry. I've just put on a nice stinky tutti frutti, and that's going to go under that tree that I pre-baited ages ago. Let's give it a go. See that? Here it comes. Okay, let's pop this back on my head because I can't do 3 things at once. So that's the tree just there. I stuffed a load of boilies under it, so what I want to do is sneak up if I can. So let's have the right turn Clyde. It's a good thing about these electric motors, they're silent. You can sneak up on things. Oh, that's a nice boat, cost a few quid. What's that, nearly 2 grand a week? Just buy a belly boat and fish all year then. So I want to sneak up on this a bit. I don't want to be casting straight in, you see. What I want to do is just sneak up on it. Be sneaky. Bit of reverse. Here we go. Do you know? That will do. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put a bit of throttle on. Look, there you go. It's just going to hold me in position while I get ready for this. Ready? Let's take it out of gear. Sorry, not out of gear, you know what I mean. Sneaky. Very sneaky. I'm going to be very sneaky. Oh, look at that gap. You know, that could be in a load of roots for all I know. But I'm telling you now, if there's a fish there, I'm going to have it. Right, that's risky. That's fine. Let's just leave that. Let's just leave that there for a little bit. See what happens. Oh, come on, fishies. It's quite deep here, by the way. Do you know, I think that's actually snagged on something. It feels a bit solid. Maybe not. That wind's going to push me out now because there's not much tide, so let's just hope it doesn't muck me about too much. You know what? That's the weirdest thing. Oh wow, traction engine, locomotive, steam jobbly, what are they called, steam engine. Oh, that's pretty cool. So we've just pulled up here. I've dunked it in under that tree, just under there. Look, right there. So about there, somewhere like that. I threw about 50-60 boilies, something like that, I suppose, in there just as I came past. So, and it's right under the tree. This is, as you saw me dunk it in, it's right underneath the tree. So you can't do any better than that. All we can do is try, isn't it? There's a little bit, see where that chap is there, that's free fishing there. It's a lovely little spot, free fishing up to the end of the lock basically. So where that car is now, you know, where that red buoy life ring is, that's where the free fishing stops just for a little bit, and then it carries on back up there, sort of that way. I can't really do it, behind the weir by the M3. Very nice. There's a camping caravan club again. A bit Swallows and Amazon here, isn't it? It's absolutely lovely. Gosh, I should be catching. I really need to catch a fish for you. I'm desperate to catch a fish. If you'd only seen it yesterday, no, Tuesday. I can't believe I lost all that footage. I just want it to go, you know. Come on. I suppose really I could at some point pop to the tackle shop and get some maggots, some hemp, that type of thing, and do a little bit of float fishing. It's quite nice here actually. Anchor up, feed here just a little bit, and just run it. Oh wow, well that's going to be my next one. I'm not going to Shepton yet. I'm going to do this line of hedges. I'm not finished with Chertsey. I'm still cancelled the first trip here a couple of days ago because of the problems. That to me that didn't even happen. So I might give myself a go there, I think. Catch a few. I've got a float rod with me, so it's 13 foot, so it's a bit of a nightmare in this boat, but I've got my little rod stand here, which is brilliant. That thing there, so I can stick it in there. It's quite happy in there. Oh look, dragonfly. Oh, hang on, what am I talking about? I'm supposed to be fishing. Yeah, so I'm going to maybe try a bit of trotting down there, stick a bit of bread flake on first, just a bit of bread flake on its own, see if there's a chub hiding. No feed, nothing, just a bread flake on a stick float. Or now what would I need? Probably a yellow, I think, because of the shiny water there and the dark water. Yeah, I think a yellow stick. Oh, lovely. And I've got 17% battery left and about 15 minutes of SD card. That's a 250 gigs worth of, believe it or not, I've done 250 gig on just on this camera here, this camera, and it will be roughly the same on that one, probably a bit more because that one's HDR, so it's the Hero 12. So it used, like my last video was 190 gig I had to sort out. 190 gig I had to edit, which, don't get me wrong, I enjoy, so I'm not complaining. I think it's just pulled it off the spot a bit then as we drifted. I need to hold it. I need to put the camera on my head, stop mucking about. There you go. God, that bait's in exactly the right spot. They even hit gravel, a gravelly hard bottom, so it didn't hook up on any branches under the water or anything like that I could feel. So it's an absolutely perfect spot. It's unusual that it's so far out in the river, you know, that normally the trees and that don't stick out quite so far. So it's nice to have this extra bit of cover that can hold quite a few fish, you know. Quite a few, he says. Still hear the weir behind me. Can smell the weir as well. I love that smell. Wind's got me again. Give it a bit of line. Don't want it to pull from the spot. That wind, yeah, it doesn't take much. I mean, of course, the other thing you can do is use a paddle. You can just sort of, there you go, just stick a paddle in, that'll straighten it up a bit. Oh, come on, come on, come on. I can't believe anybody's stuck a bait there in years. You know what I forgot to do? Idiot. Oh, I just noticed. That is supposed to be on that. Officially an idiot. Nice canal boat there. Lovely. We've been after a canal boat for a long time. Maybe a wide beam, I'm not sure. Something like that. I think that's what we're going to disappear on at some point. Just going to literally go feral when we're in the right position. Be a lot of fishing then. All over the place. Is that a bite? Is that something swimming off with my bait? No, it can't be, surely. Try and keep rowing, paddling a little bit, keep me in the same spot. Keep getting blown away from the bank, so I don't want to move that bait at all. Here it comes. I'll feel myself tightening up now against the anchor, so I really want the anchor to hold so I can keep it at this angle. What a lovely way to spend an afternoon though. Amazing. Come on, fishies. Yeah, so Sunbury and Shepperton probably, they'll be the two I'll do. But I might get some bait and do some worm and maggot and caster fishing as well. See what we can winkle out. Chub wise would be nice along here. I'm sure we'll get chub along here. How much flow is there? There's a little tiny bit of flow. It's just lovely. Perfect for a waggler, that is. Oh yeah, waggler, lovely. We'll do that. I heard somewhere that there might be a ban on night fishing at Hampton Court. Or was it Aragon Avenue? They're both close together, very close together. So there might be banned actually night fishing there. So I have to check that before. Because I'd like to get on the Thames at night. That'd be lovely. I've got a lighting rig, so I've got a big battery pack. So I've got a huge battery pack with all the bits on it and a 40-watt floodlight from a four-wheel drive, brand new LED, low power, high output. So, and I've built a frame out of PVC pipe, and I want to stick the frame in the front there and put the light on top here, so it's facing out that way like that, and it would literally shine this whole area up. So I'll have to do a bit of night fishing on camera. That might have to be another trip though. I think my head camera, whatever you want to call it, head mounted camera, is just about to run out of battery. It's got to be close. Come on, fishies. Okay, let's see what the time is and do a battery change if there's enough time for me to bother. Oh. Well, that was good timing. You know, I think one of the greatest risks of belly boating is losing everything over the side constantly. Wherever I go, whatever I do, you have to do it slowly. When I first used this, I went out, it was winter. No, it wasn't, it was September time. And I remember being so nervous. I remember sitting there towards the end of the session thinking, I heard a plop. But you know what, I still don't know what that plop was. I'm hoping it was just a weight or something, you know. Haven't found it yet, the thing that's missing, so. Oh, me back, oh, yeah. Oh, the parakeets, look. Parakeets in London, it's amazing. Make a right racket, they do. Keep your eye on the rod for us. Oh, it's horrible, I've got to keep checking the time. Yeah, 7:30, we'll do that. And then we'll make a move. So 7:30, okay. It's half an hour. You know, I can't believe how quickly time goes when I'm sat here like this. It's unbelievable. It just flies by. Faster than, for some reason, faster than, do you know, even in the harbours and things in this boat and in the belly boat, it's just steaming past today. It did that a couple of days ago when I was here. Absolutely steamed past. I just wish we could catch a fish. What's this, the 4th spot today? 5th spot, I think, today, something like that. Not even, I think I've had one little nibble, or not even a nibble, just a brush past, I think. And that was back in my favourite spot, that first swim, you know, on that gravel bar that I stood up on. Actually, I don't know if it was in this video or not, I can't remember. But I will catch you a fish. It will happen. And it's going to be a clonker. It's going to be a clonker. I'm going to do it for you. Might not be today, but in the next couple of, well, the next few days, hopefully. I need to prove my point, prove my worth after all the, well, they say, put your money where your mouth is and all that, you know. And that's what I was hoping to do. I did it yesterday, just a little bit, but no, 2 days ago, but Obviously it wasn't an amazing session or anything, but you could see what I was trying to do and it worked. But I'm not in it obviously for money, not in the slightest, because you'd have to be a massive YouTuber for that type of thing. This is more about just, the more my videos get out, the more people know where the fishing is and where it's free. And especially actually the slightly older generation, you know, you hit 50 and things start to hurt, and you hit 60. I haven't hit 60 yet, but if you hit 60, oh, and if you've got problems anyway before that, even if you're not a blue badge holder, if you've just got aches and pains from your job, like labouring or whatever like that, it's just a nice thing to look at, really, and that's why I did it, just to help people. No other reason. No other reason. I get a buzz out of it. I love it. Some of the comments are just amazing, heartwarming. There's quite a few people who keep their eye on my channel, who are local to the Thames or lived on the Thames and moved away, and they say how nice it is to see the videos, you know, of some of the places that they used to fish when they were kids, or their father would take them, that sort of thing. And the stories I hear are absolutely, just lovely. I love it. But as you get older, your aches and pains, you stop fishing. There must be so many people who don't fish because they can't get to the water's edge very easily. And yet there are places out there. I love fishing. I love fishing. People say it's boring and that, but you look at me now. Am I bored? No. Mind you, I must be mad because I'm talking to myself. So my bait, my weight, everything, it hasn't moved an inch. I haven't seen it drag once. It's still under that tree pretty much, so I'm so surprised we haven't had any knocks. That's just unreal. What's the Thames doing? It's not that low. It's just sort of normal summer levels, really. So it can be a lot lower than this. It'll flood like crazy as well. That's the other tip for you. If there's one tip I would suggest with the River Thames, is if it floods, and I'm talking major flooding, right? Like, I mean, that pub over there, that got completely flooded out 4 years ago, I think. Some people passed away in a house along here somewhere a few years back, and just through the amount of water and stuff. But that's when you want to go fishing. Hampton Court, Aragon Avenue, when it's up above the banks and all the trees on the bank, there's a nice grass bank that goes like that, they have trees coming out of them. Once those trees are underwater, the roots, the whole of that tree, the bottom of that tree is underwater, you just go down there with a bit of luncheon meat, a 2 ounce, 1 ounce, 2 ounce lead, and you just literally drop it on the trees that you'd normally be sat under in the sunshine, you know, having your picnic almost, and you fish under there. All the barbel come up right up the bank like that, and they eat the worms that are coming out of the bank where it's flooded. So you can literally dunk it just down by your feet. Lots and lots of barbel can be caught that way in the floods. It's the best time to do it in a massive flood. Massive flood. And I wouldn't just say Hampton Court or Aragon Avenue, it's anywhere you can fish. Walton, oh my god, Walton Bridge, just is it below it? Yeah, just below Walton. I've lost it. Yeah, I think it's just below Walton Bridge. Yeah, just below Walton Bridge. That's another killer, that is. On the inside, it's on levels like this, you can't fish it, it's too shallow. It's probably starts at 6 inches and goes out to about a foot for the first 5 meters or so, 10 meters. But as soon as it's flooded, and we're talking, you want to water that high above the concrete that you'd normally sit on, so you're looking at a couple of inches, 3 inches above it. So you need to sit in the water really, and on a seat or a seat box or something, and just fish it under your feet. You absolutely bag up. Absolutely bag up. They love it, the floods here on the Thames. I mean, I've used grip leads. I've taken grip leads from the sea fishing that you put sort of 4 to 6 ounce weights on, and then you have these screwable claws that go on the bottom. Well, I've unscrewed those claws before, put them self-tapped it into the bottom of a maggot feeder and had a grip weight, so a grip lead with the maggot feeder on it, and cast it into the flood water before and bagged up. And I've not even used bait. I put foam in it and a bit of gloop just to stuff it with some nice foam, stuff the feeder with the foam, maggot feeder, and just pour a load of that gloop in and put a couple of maggots on the hook, or a worm or a boilie, whatever you want, depending on the bait, the flavour you're using. And you don't actually use any bait, really, any ground bait at all. It's just hook bait. Absolutely brilliant. And your rod's bent like that, so your rod's bent like that with the tide, you know, with the current. So you use a 2 pound, 1.5, 2 pound test curve. So 1.5 really, 2 pounds probably better, just to sort of give yourself a bit of rigidity, and just wait for the knockback. It's amazing, can be. Oh, sausages, someone stuck a barbie on. Oh my God, that smells gorgeous. All I've had's a banana and a marathon today, small marathon. Oh, can I move? Oh, am I close enough to ask for one? Give us a sausage. I'm starving. God, that smells nice. Oh, it does smell nice. Well, I think that is going to have to be it. I'm so sorry it's a failure today on the catching side of things, but I hope you enjoyed seeing, you know, quite a lot. I've shown you quite a lot of the Thames up here at Chertsey. Or up at the weir. I can't even look back. The back's so bad. At the weir there, look beautiful. I've got to look at it. Oh, wow! Free fishing, chaps, ladies and gentlemen. Look, it's free. All of this. Yeah, right. So it looks like I'm going to have to go. Damn. I'm so sorry. Oh, there's a fish just there, look, as well. I might give it 5 minutes. I am so sorry I haven't caught anything today. I'd love to have caught you a fish. I'd love to have caught you a fish. It would have been lovely to see. We've got another couple of days of this though, so it's probably going to be another 3 or 4 vids, I think. Because I do like to take a break halfway through and have a bit of a lie down in the car. I did that today, so I physically can't sit here for that long. So, but I just want to catch you a fish. I want you to see the Thames at its best, you know. It's an amazing spot. It is an amazing place. Just hard sometimes, very hard. Yeah, I think that's it. I can't believe I never got even a nibble from under there. I know it's only been about 50 minutes now, 45 minutes, 50 minutes sat here, I suppose, but you should get a bite quite quickly with that method. So, you know, I mean, if I'm sat on the bank fishing, I will cast every 20 minutes, half an hour, 20 minutes to half an hour. And if I don't get a bite in one spot, I will change and put it into another spot. Bop, 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 like that, till you get a bite and then hit that spot, you know. I promise you I'm going to catch a fish, all right? I promise you. It's going to be a nice golden barbel or a small carp, something like that. I promise, I promise, I promise. Yep, that's it. Okay, so thank you very much for watching again. I'm going to take a trip home, I was going to say, but I've just run out of memory on that card. That's 256 gig, that is. Gone. Wow. That'll do. Sort that out later. Oh. Right, yes. Thank you again very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my commentary at least. I know I've done a lot of talking and babbling and stuff, but a little bit of info. Hopefully you found it insightful. Don't forget to hit the like, the subscribe, the notification bell, all that jazz. It's free to subscribe. It's just like adding me to your favourites. What else is there? just a trip home. That's it. I'm afraid I can't use that camera because I've just run out of SD cards. So, right, that's it. I'm going to go and speak to my much better half. Don't know, look at that pigeon. Oh, a little bit of red wine with that, that'll be nice. Right, okay, right. So I'll leave you with the trip back. I can't film it, I'm afraid, from the other view, I'm afraid, which is a bit of a shame, but I'll put a bit of B-roll in the background probably. Ugh. Thank you very much for watching again. I really hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that like button. Please hit the like button, it's lovely. That'll do me lovely. And I'll be back in the next couple of next couple of days I'll be back. So right, one last check behind me so I don't crash into stuff. It's funny when you crash into things backwards, it all happens really quickly. 1 minute you're going along nicely like this, and the next it's all hell breaks loose.